Rubrics. What is a rubric? Has anybody developed a rubric, used a rubric before? Maritza and, oh, quite a few of you have. Okay, good. What do you understand rubrics to be?
Kind of like a checklist or points that you'd like to hit.
Mm-hmm. In order to?
In order to...
Points that you, the teacher, hit.
To fully reach your goals.
Huh. Points that you, the student, use, or this checklist that you, the student, I like that, checklist that you, the teacher, use in order to evaluate and grade the achievement of your outcomes, right? Yeah. There are art goals for each art form that are by grade, that are listed in the national standards as well as our state standards. So most every state has state standards for learning in the arts. There are national standards for learning in the arts. So those of you who are teaching, just know that we're going to ask you to make sure that you look at the standards for our educational systems in Pennsylvania and or nationally, and make sure that many of your outcomes are meeting. Just came up with Rachel. She thought from her outcome that it was important for her to be measuring the actual clothing piece and how well that actual created clothing piece adhered to the original design. That's the concept that was in her outcome, and she thought was important to measure. There's something else that's more important. Maybe it's ability to revise and find a better workable route to a goal. Maybe that's a more important skill to learn. So suddenly her rubric has helped her decide what's important. If something is not important to you as the instructor for the assignment, don't measure it. Don't even bother. Take it out of your outcomes. Things that are important should be in your outcomes and should be in your rubrics. Great.
The reality that we all are human and that we get old and sometimes we're not so pretty. So I want you to make the shape not so pretty. Yeah? So it actually kind of, now let's see you walk. Yeah? Oh, we got a cool rhythm going on here, yes? All right, everybody up. So the Dinkmini is a dance that celebrates the reality and the purpose of it, the reality that we all die, and that someone has always lost someone, yeah, or that we will at some point. But it's a ritual that enlivens and cheers up the family of the bereaved family of the person who died. Isn't that kind of cool that the dance doesn't have to be so lovely and beautiful, but that it celebrates age and it celebrates the reality that we'll pass on? Yeah. So Dinkmini, and you're just going to kind of, it's like kicking dust. Now, are your knees straight? No. That's the problem. So soften your knees. Everybody get down first. And we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's try the other side. And go. 1, 2. Okay, here we go. And 1, and 5, 6, and 8. Let it move you around the room. And 5, 6. Hold your back. And up, 6. Upside down. And 4, and 5, 6, and 8. Circle up.
Now, in the Zuni tradition of Native American culture, there's something where they take a clamshell and they make mosaic out of turquoise, and I've made those, and but every time I make them, I sell them for $200, and I wanted to bring the price down. So what I did is I took the same clay, made it the turquoise tone, and overlaid it on a seashell, just like the Zuni, and created the same Native American design. And I've done these with like about that much. I'm not going to do it all the way for you.
I thought I was getting over.
He said, "Oh, don't cut it all the way." Right. Just take the piece off. Okay.